What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for all the likes and the comments on the last video. We really hope you enjoyed. This week here on Grand Caliber, we're gonna tap into a few deals here at the office, as well as a little bit of controversy on that Wimbledon that we bought last week.
What are you doing?
Stretching.
Bad news.
You never stretched before?
You just like, you just look too comfortable.
All right. What's going on?
Bad news.
Don't come here with bad news. Don't do that. We don't need any bad news. We've had a bad year. Like, we don't need any more. We're trying to move forward. What's up, Jimmy?
Taking punches. You know that deal you did through Shopify, through our website? It's
which one?
Sea Dweller.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the funds are locked.
When didn't they just buy that last week?
Yeah, they came in.
It's been locked this whole time?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Apparently, our EIN, because we rebranded, name change,
Right.
we have to update all of that with Shopify, so they need verification of all the legal documents on it. So I sent it to them, but like, you submit it and they have to review it for 72 hours or whatever the case may be.
So how long is it going to be locked for? Do we know?
Hopefully just sometime next week we get it, but I don't know.
Okay. Wow, that sucks. Oh, damn, we really need the money right now. So that's eesh.
Yeah, so I'll work to get that unlocked. But the good news is that our platform can now take crypto. So our website does take crypto.
Nice. What all payments are? So it's crypto now. It's wire, obviously, and now credit card checkout is also available online.
Yep. So
are we gonna have issues now if somebody buys a watch tomorrow and they pay credit card?
We'll receive the funds, and now we also set up the eye for fraud, so they back up all the credit card transactions. But we can't actually get the money out of Shopify until they confirm our EIN or.
Okay, so it's just so it's not going to be like this all the time.
No, it should just hopefully we'll get all the money out probably sometime next week. I've been talking with Shopify, but at least we can take crypto, so that's good. The only thing with crypto is that whenever we take crypto, someone's got to be on it quick because you got to convert that to.
Oh well, yeah,
USDC.
You don't want it to be as quickly as it moves.
Yeah, I don't want someone to buy a watch on Monday of this week, and now we're down like 10%.
Oh, I forgot we had money in crypto. Oh, it's gone.
So,
yeah, no.
So now we can at least take that. That should help quite a bit.
That's good. Now, I mean, on the crypto side, it should be. Is it like specific to one coin? Is it USDC?
Our wallet can take Bitcoin right now.
So it's BTC.
BTC. Yeah.
Why don't we set it up to take USDC or USDT because that's like far more stable.
We can. So we can.
Because I'm sitting on USDT right now, and it's like a bank account. It's like the number never changes.
Yep. So we can take USDC and Bitcoin.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is what it is, and then.
I'll work on Shopify. We'll get that unlocked.
All right. Cool.
We'll keep moving along.
All righty.
Then life of Jimmy Choo, which means I eat on the go. This does look pretty Asian, doesn't it, Matt?
Yeah, super Asian.
Going into a new space here. This is a new space that we set up for our photography. So the pictures you guys are seeing on the website, our Instagram, it's all shot in-house by our marketing guy, Ty. Phenomenal job. Still work in progress. We just set this up 2 days ago. Product photography right here. Once the watch is shot for the website, it goes over here. There's a lot of lifestyle photography that happens on the table. They'll bring in different boards with different backgrounds. Most of the pictures that are shot on this table is going to be for Instagram. Most of the pictures shot over here is for the website. Trying to get the thing set up. I mean, we just need more space. That's the reality. So yeah, Ty, he does a great job. All the pictures you guys are seeing, that's his team there. And then just getting some props for them, just so they have it all here.
So what do we got?
This is my AP Royal Oak. It's a 2012 discontinued.
2012?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's 26331.
It's in great condition.
It is. It's in really nice shape.
I just don't wear it.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to trade up to get another Daytona vintage.
You want to get a vintage Daytona?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
I like the 6263, and I like the 6265 and the Tropical Bow. Those are the two that I'm really looking at.
I may have a 6263 coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, black dial. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know on that one in the next week or so.
Okay.
I'm working on it, so it should be ready. Hopefully, this if I can get get it secured, then we'll be good to go. I'll let you know.
But it's gonna be or something.
It's gonna be super nice. What'd you say?
I don't know what this is going for, but
oh yeah. So these right now, this is 26331, right?
320.
Is it 320?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
what I was told is that, and the research I have is they stopped doing those, the 3 dials in the blue color. It's all blue face, white dials.
Yeah, so that's the 331.
Yeah.
And then the solid subdials
Yeah.
are the 320. I mean, naked here is like 70, 75. So with papers, still like probably mid 80s.
I just don't wear it. I thought I'd wear it, and I just don't. And might as well. I'm gonna try to condense some of my collection to get some more higher end watches.
Yeah. So are we you want to consign this?
Sure.
So I think what we'll do is we'll consign it. We'll try to get maximum market price out of it. What would you price this at for us to sell realistically?
84. 85. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe 45. Yeah. So we'll list it for that.
Yeah.
And obviously, our fee.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Happy to pay it.
awesome. Okay. So we'll get started on the paperwork then. And we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully we can sell it. I still think there's buyers out there. I mean, like I said, this is a great time to buy.
I keep great care of my watches.
Oh no, this watch is in
phenomenal
fantastic
shape.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. Let's see if we can make this happen.
Awesome. Okay, we'll get started.
Hey, Trent.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chu. What can I do for you?
Mr. Chu, what can I do
Mr.
for you?
Chu.
Did you get the inventory, the Rolex inventory onto the website?
Yes.
Okay.
I just need to add pricing in there.
You got the pricing from Alfred and Vic?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. We're going to try to push more sales there, except for we're not getting paid on Shopify at the moment.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I'm figuring that out this next week, and then let's just try to push more onto the website. Have you added everything to ChronoKey too?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
Are we adding all of that inventory to ChronoKey as well?
No.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just leave that as the way it is on Shopify, and then we'll backfill it.
Cool.
Once it goes through. So can you start adding the tracking numbers when they go out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep track of that because I'm looking at everything that we're sending out, and the tracking numbers aren't being added yet. So do you know if there's any other packages going out today?
No, not today.
Okay. Well, if you can just take that one. What time is it?
It is
2:40.
I said 3 o'clock. Good to go. Cool. Is that numbering system working today?
Yeah, setting it up was really easy.
And I already added 2 more watches to it, so.
Cool. Ty's going to blast a new arrival email on
Gotcha.
Monday, so just make sure that inventory is on the website.
Yep. Gotcha.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Oh, you turned this into. Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
That's that Paul Newman.
Yeah.
I have a Batman. I have a Kermit. I have a Repair. I like that Tudor. That's the Back Bay, right?
Pelagos.
I love these Wimbledons.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are 30. Are these 36s?
Yes, those are
Yeah.
36s.
Because here's the
The
41.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Cellini too. That's my dress watch.
The 41 Wimbledon's right here.
Yeah, let me see the Wimbledon. It's a great display case.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good looking watch. What are you selling this one for?
15.5 for that one.
That's what I figured. Beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never gotten anything on the Jubilee.
My thing with the Jubilee and like president bands is you can never get like the perfect size for your wrist. It's
Yeah,
either
that was a
too-
little tight.
it's either too big or too small.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like such a weird thing.
I just had everything in an oyster.
Why men don't like the Jubilee too is the hair on your
Yeah,
your
I was just going to say.
gets clipped in the Jubilee a
Yeah.
lot more than you think.
I didn't think about that, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
And this is 36, right?
It's like 37 millimeters.
When did they start going up to 40?
I think the Zeniths are very close to 40.
Okay,
Not
that makes
40
sense.
millimeters. So technically 87.
Yeah,
And even back then, those are massive
this is
watches.
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Very
That's an art piece there.
This dial is almost perfect.
I love the book, the yellow Rolex book that the vintage watch company guys, and I have that on my coffee table. I pull it up all the time. Those guys are cool. My very, very, very first watch I got from them when I was in London. I don't think I've worn it in 5 years, but I got it for my 30th birthday.
Okay.
And it's an old Datejust, but it's really cool. It was my first one that kind of got me started, and the rest has been
All downhill from there.
yeah. So I took this fella right here.
Mhm.
I'll bring it to you next time. And I took off the oyster band
Mhm.
and I put a rubber bee
Okay.
on it. So it's black rubber bead.
Yeah.
It's sexy as hell. I wear that watch a lot. And the great thing about it is the bezel's never, or the band, the true oyster band that came with it's never been worn. So it's,
yeah, that's awesome.
I definitely want to get another version of a vintage, 62, 63 or 62, 65.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to trust out there, so I'm kind of waiting back and seeing.
Marco's definitely the
Yeah, he's the vintage expert. That's why I came over here.
Yeah.
I know if I want to find one, he'll help me with that.
Hey, what's up, guys? Right now we're at the Mavs watch party. They're in round 3 of the playoffs. They're playing Golden State right now, so we're just gonna go to our seats and hopefully they win. So go Mavs. Alright guys, so obviously the Mavs watch party didn't really work out too well last night. It was a great event. It was a free event, and they're doing it all playoff long. It was just my first time actually getting tickets and going to it, which was pretty cool of them to do. Free entry, all you had to do was pay for food, stuff like that, so that was pretty nice. Unfortunately, the Mavs didn't win last night, but we still have 3 more games to go, and I think we'll still pull out. Also, I want to just shout out to TPT for sending me this merch pack. I asked for pretty much a hoodie and I was trying to pay them for it, and then I just end up with a bunch of hoodies and shirts and stuff like that. So I want to give a huge shout out to Neo, Sean, Amar, Rithik, and everybody else at Timepiece Trading.
All right, I know a lot of people have kind of liked some of the business stuff, so we'll add a little bit more of it. I'll make it fairly quick, kind of like a 2 or 3 minute update, hopefully. That way it doesn't take too much away from the video. But we did figure out our banking, so we're now on that platform. I can wire from here. Actually, I had to run to the bank because a client wanted cash. We're purchasing a Rolex Pepsi on Oyster today. But some of the other things that we're addressing right now is I'm actually looking at pricing for safes. So if there's someone out there that has TL30, which is the grade of security for the safe, let me know. Shoot me an Instagram message. But yeah, we are trying to up the security. It's one of the things that I want to take a look at is increasing insurance policies. There's so many different types of insurance. There's carry insurance, there's memo insurance, there's inventory insurance, property insurance. So, the big focus this week is finalizing the property insurance, the tenant insurance, which I guess 1 and 2 are the same, but also reviewing the insurance policy that's been there before and seeing if we need to make adjustments, as well as with the business expanding, looking for safes and making sure that they fit the requirement of the insurance companies.
So we had a client come in. He didn't really want to be on camera as, AED status situation, understandable. So he's consigning Sapphire Sandwich. Then he brought us a Tudor Pepsi and a Tudor Black Bay Panda. So, just typical another day in the office. Looks like the watches are kind of picking up lately as far as consignments, and, selling watches is picking up a lot. I guess, with the market obviously adjusting the way it is, it's expected. So, yeah.
Guys, I wanted to elaborate a little bit more. Last week, I bought a Datejust 41 Wimbledon that you guys might have seen. It was a 2-tone. Got it for $12.5, and I went to go take some pictures of it and show it to one of my clients. I noticed a small speck on the dial of debris. It's a 2021 watch. Still had partial stickers on the clasp, so I was like, why is there debris on there? Took it to my watchmaker. He further inspected it, opened up the back, looked at the dial, and realized the feet on the dial. So feet are kind of like posts that are on the underside of it. You can't see it just from the eye. You're gonna have to go in and take apart the watch, and you have to shave those off for certain dials to fit on certain watches, right? That particular dial was a 1-1 reference dial. Further inspection, he just got to looking at everything, and it was not lining up with the 1-2 reference dial. So number 1, shaved feet on the back side of a dial. That's an obvious giveaway that that's not the original dial that came in that watch. Number 2, that was a 1-1 reference dial that was actually put on a 1-2 reference watch. So what I mean by that, if you guys look at the bottom of the 6 o'clock, you have Swiss made. So if you notice on the 116 333, there is no crown in between the Swiss and the made. Now, if you notice and look here on the 1-2 reference, there is a crown placed right at the 6 o'clock between Swiss made. So that's an easy tell of it being a 1-2 reference or a 1-1 reference. So I called the client that I originally bought that watch from for $12,500 and explained that, hey, I can't give you $12,500 on a watch that does not have the original and correct dial for that watch. However, you know, you have a couple other pieces here on consignment. I can help you come up with $12,500 with those pieces, and we can place this watch here on consignment instead of us buying it, and I can help you sell it. The next step that we needed to take was to put the correct dial in that watch, which we did. I then actually had a buyer for that same watch the next day, so I'm very transparent. I don't like surprises. I wanted him to know exactly what he was getting. I explained that if I were to source you a Wilburton two-tone factory, all original, it was going to cost you about $15,500 to $16,000. Because we had this scenario with this watch and we had to source the correct dial, I was going to sell that watch for $13,500. So he was going to get the look that he wanted, but only paying, you know, a fraction of the price. Both parties are happy. It was unfortunate. It could have ended up a lot worse. So we were able to pretty much solve that dial issue, help him sell the watch. The signee's happy, next guy's happy, and we're all happy.
Hello?
Hey, where you at?
I'm at my office. What's up?
Do you have the connections for the safes, the TRTL30s?
You can call Ronnie, my guy Ronnie, or there's Davenport. I don't have that guy's number, but he's like a known safe dealer in Dallas. But I'll call my guy Ronnie.
Cool. Any updates on selling McLaren?
Yeah, right now I've been trying to retail, but I mean retailers are tire kickers.
Are you gonna try to reach out to one of those jewelers today to talk about the servicing?
Yeah.
Cool. What else is on your list?
Owes a bunch of money to one of our clients for that Paul Newman because for whatever reason his wire is going to Puerto Rico. That's why we didn't take the deal because of so I'm trying to get him to pay or make sure that it gets paid.
Cool. We got his $8,000 by the way. That came in.
I know. So you need to basically forward that over to me.
Yeah, we'll get that handled.
What is on my list is Malka. I got it. That's Malka status is good. I got to deliver 2 watches to. So those are going to go out through Malka today.
Yeah, we need to start pushing out more. Like yesterday, you did a really good job of pushing. Alfred started to push, but we need Vic as well to start pushing on his Instagram.
Yeah. Push Instagram.
Bruh.
I want no less than 5 watches sold today.
Good.
That's the goal I think we can do.
Let's keep it going.
So, all right, later.
All right, but I think everyone is aware the watch market's kind of in a really tough spot right now. Market is corrected, watch market is corrected. China has been shut down, so we've seen watch prices come down quite a bit. I'm seeing some dealers out there are buying up inventory because this is a really good time to buy, but other dealers that weren't well capitalized are certainly struggling. What we're looking to do is kind of actually shift our business a little bit right now, more wholesale than retail, because if you look into dealer groups and dealer chats, people are buying, dealers are buying. It just depends on the price, right? If you have the right price, it's going to sell. So what we're looking to do is, historically we've been a little bit more retail heavy. We're going to scale that back a little bit, be a little bit more wholesale heavy for just the time being. I think what's unique about us is that we have the ability to adapt. We only focus on watches, so we can change pretty quickly. And the big thing I've been pushing to the sales team is moving more consignment pieces. Consignment pieces, we've changed our entire procedure on how to handle consignment watches coming in, updating the right consignment agreements, return consignment agreements, make it more personable to the client as well. So when someone consigns a watch to us, what I've always heard in the past is not just here, but other dealers and how their salespeople will phrase it is just, here's the consignment price and here's the buy price. Well, that to me isn't really a sell or a sale, right? It's just you gave them the information and that's it. I've been stressing to our team, let's talk a little bit more about the value of the consignment. If someone consigns a watch with us, what's going to happen is, walk them through the process. We'll sign a consignment agreement. We'll send out a shipping label that's fully insured. It's overnight. We get the watch the next day. It typically takes us about a day or two to not only verify the watch, but then have our photography team go in, take professional photos of it. And then it gets uploaded onto our website, which has a ton of people looking at it. Every single day we have the Google Analytics that tells us how many people are visiting our website. You know, the target typically is about 100,000 people viewing our website each month. So it's a really big platform. So that's a big benefit. We'll also post about that watch on Instagram. And then we actually do a tailored email blast to existing clients of new inventory that comes in. So it's a third way that that watch gets marketed. I hear this a lot where clients, you know, some clients want that quick flip. Some clients need the cash. You know, for those who don't really need the cash right away, it's best to consign it, maximize the dollar value. After 2 or 3 weeks, if your watch hasn't sold, we can always revisit a buy price. You might have heard talking about the McLaren. You know, this is an executive decision that's been made with the ownership group. Is really, we had the McLaren as a company car, but we haven't been able to wrap it or detail it or do all the things that we wanted to do with it for, like, you know, car events where, you know, there's a lot of similar clients between high-end cars and watches. With the market where it's at, the price that we purchased it, we figured it'd be best to sell that right now while the car market's still relatively hot. Take that money, reinvest it into the company. So Marco's been working on that. Right now it's a little inconvenient because this is, again, that new space that we're building into. So when you turn this corner here, this wall is the wall where Marco is sitting right now. So when we knock that wall down, this will all connect. But until then, it's 2 separate units. So when we go out, I gotta make sure that I go in and lock it. And then this is the most frustrating part of my day, is you can walk all the way around to the front, or you can try skipping and going through this secure door, but for some reason my card doesn't work. Does yours work?
I don't know.
Oh, see, you're scanned. Mine doesn't even, just give me a little bit. There, see? You know how much time I just wasted there? Hey, Vic. How you doing? So we got a watch that just came in, Pepsi on Oyster. And the big thing here is we do have, you know, clients from time to time that will, you know, purchase watches from authorized dealers. There's measures that we take to make sure that it doesn't come back on them. So that can mean, you know, shipping it out of the state, shipping out of the country, seeing, you know, where they purchased it, things like that, making sure that they're taken care of, you know. And so this is a situation where we're going to be very delicate with this one. Things that we can do when we take photos of the watch, making sure that serial numbers aren't shown and things like that. You know, those are really strong relationships that we have with clients that we want to make sure we maintain.
Hey guys, so right here I have a couple watches that I kind of want to start this new thing where I pick, you know, 4 or 5 watches a week that I want to try to push for that week and kind of show you guys on camera, which we kind of never do, watches that we have and the price of them. And then I picked these 4 watches here because they all have different versions of each, so I can kind of educate you on either the past or future models of each one, which is kind of neat because each of these has probably 2 or 3 different renditions of it. But also I want to thank all the subscribers for tuning in and for all the comments I got for being on camera a little bit more. I'm going to try to do that kind of a little bit more often. You probably won't get a lot of deals from me because a lot of my clients are super private. They're usually like AD guys, so we all know how that is. First, also, I wanted to thank Matt for the hat that he got me at the Masters about a month ago. And then also I want to give a shout out to SMU. As you guys know, we do sponsor them, so always trying to rep the merch that they have for us. So the first one that I have here is going to be the Hulk. So this Hulk right here, I'll just give you a little bit of information about it. This one is naked, meaning no box and no papers. So it's just going to come as watch only. So this one did come with a few scratches, so we did get it polished. It had a few marks on the clasp, a few marks on the bracelet. So we just thought it would be nice to just get it polished. So there's basically like 3 versions of the Hulk, if you want to say. So the first one that they did in the first year, I think it was 2010, the green was a lot darker. And I say a lot because I see, you know, these watches all the time, but for the normal person, I guess they wouldn't realize how dark the 2010 version from the rest of them would be. And then they had the 11 to 18, which is the model that we see here. And then they discontinued that dial in 2018. So when you see like a 2019 and 2020, one that was pretty much kept in the safe and wasn't sold until then, but it was more than likely produced in 2018 or back. And this one is currently consigned. It's on the website for, I believe, $25,500. And we do actually accept Bitcoin now if you go through the site. I'm not sure if we ever made an announcement of that, but you go through all the steps as you would. Just go to the site, hit and buy it now, putting your information in, and at the end you'll see an option to pay in Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think we take Litecoin. We're working on a couple more altcoins for you guys as well. So the next one we have here is going to be the Pepsi on Oyster, which we just bought today. So again, this one kind of has multiple variations. Obviously last year they started the option where you can do Jubilee or Oyster. A lot of people get not confused, but it's easy to misinterpret that this would be white gold instead of steel, but this one in particular is steel. You can tell that by now. It has that new reference, which is the 126710, having that black face. So if you ever see a newer reference and it has a black face, you can just assume that it's steel instead of white gold, because the white gold, as you guys know, comes in blue or the meteorite. The older reference, the 116719, did have a black dial. So whenever you see, you know, the 11 compared to the 12, if you look at the 12, you can see that it's steel now with the black dial. So this is a brand new watch. It was dated just last week, so I think the card says May 11th of 2022. It is brand new. It'll be on the site. We just got it in today, so we still have to shoot pictures and all that. It'll be on the site for probably 24 to 24.5. All these airplanes are messing up my takes, guys. So now to go over to one of my favorite brands, which is AP. And first I'll bring up this watch that we just got either yesterday or the day before. It's the 26320 ST, obviously. For steel, RO would be rose gold, BA is yellow gold, just to give you some kind of insight on the letters and the reference numbers of AP, because a lot of people don't know. This one right here is the 26320. This one has a few different versions as well. Obviously going to the 26331, which is the newer reference, and then the 26240, which is the newest reference. If I see this watch in the wild, I know it's a 26320 because it's the solid subdials. You see how it's all blue instead of the dial being blue and the subdials being kind of that white or chrome or silver or whatever you want to call it, and the newer blue 26331. Now the way to tell if it's a 26320 or a 26240, these numbers get a lot easier in your head as soon as you start saying them more. And the back on the newest 26240 is open, and it has that 50th anniversary rotor. So this one is currently consigned. We just got it in a couple days ago or yesterday, I forgot which one. For $85,000, and it's in beautiful condition. The owner is a long-term client, and he's very reasonable on his pricing, and he keeps his watches immaculate. Last one I have for you guys is kind of one of my favorite watches. I did own the rose gold version of this one. It's kind of like a timeless design, even just as timeless as the Chronos, and that's the Normal Royal Oak, the 15500. Now the 15500, the way you can tell from the 15400, or maybe I'll even throw the 15450 in there, which is the 37mm version of this. The 15400 says automatic. It's very, very subtle. The 15500s have this beautiful open case back as well. So going back to the Chronos of the 26240, that rotor that you see, that gold rotor that says AP, that will now say 50-year anniversary. It's actually pretty cool. This watch is consigned for around $60,000 at the moment. I'm gonna have to call the consignor when I get up there and probably try to get them down to around 50 to 53,000. AP market has gone down a little bit, but it's not to any fault of just it's correcting itself, and it's going back to more of those January prices when they started hiking up from then until about May. I mean, it's definitely a crash for sure, but it's more of that correction that we've all been expecting in the watch market. It's definitely going down a little harder than we thought, but it's getting to the prices where they should be at, because now people can actually afford you know, a lot more watches than they could a month ago. So that sums it up for the segment, guys. Hopefully I'll do this from more time to time and try to teach you guys some stuff about each watch that I pick up, and I'll try to keep that in my mind. But also it'd be nice to pick, you know, a handful of watches, 4 or 5 of them, to go through, teach you guys, and for me to try to push that week. Okay guys, so that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment below, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and make sure you tune in for next week.
And one more thing, if any of you viewers out there have watches in your collection that you would like to showcase here on our channel, contact us below at content@grandcaliber. Hope to hear from you soon.